Hello, I'm Simon Jones, the Head of Strings at the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama. Today, I hope to be able to give you a good sense for what it's like to be a student in the string department here, to tell you about the things that make us stand out, and suggest some of the things you might like to consider in order to make the best choices for your future study. One immediate consideration is the physical location of the college and all that this entails. What's the environment like? Do you have to take public transport to get into college? How much is the rent? What are the practice rooms like? Things like this have implications for your costs, time available to work, stress levels, and productivity. Cardiff is a capital city with the energy, facilities, cultural and artistic variety that you would expect. But it is also a compact city, a manageable, safe, friendly and affordable one, which quickly makes people feel that they belong. It's no coincidence that so many of our graduates end up making their lives and careers in Cardiff. It's that kind of place. Our college, rather like the city, is manageably sized. It's set next to a huge park, has great facilities, and has a learning environment that's supportive, inclusive, and empowering. The music industry is competitive and studying at a conservatoire is demanding. So we offer you a safe space where you can try things out, experiment, not be afraid of failing a little, but ultimately find and develop your own artistic personality. As you start out on the exciting and possibly daunting process of choosing where to study, you will of course be focused on making the right decision, keen to choose the very best place for your ongoing education. Well, probably the best advice I can give you at this point is that there isn't really any such thing as the best place to study, since that will be different for everyone depending on ambitions, interests, personality, past experience, and a whole host of other factors. What there is the best place for you. You know better than anyone the things that interest you and fire you up, your strengths and weaknesses, the kind of environment you are likely to thrive in, and the kinds of opportunities you want. So, you need to ask people like me a lot of questions. Ask what our priorities are. What do we value? How many opportunities will you get? What will you learn? How will you be supported? When you find the place that prioritizes and invests in the things that matter to you, then you have probably found where you will thrive. After all, many research studies have shown that your ultimate career success will depend on your opportunities, your hard work, and your commitment, much more than the name on your degree certificate. So, how do the UK conservatoires differ? Well, mostly in terms of what they prioritise, the opportunities given, and the way the opportunities are presented and supported. This is often down to the approach of each head of department, and in my case that's based on my professional experience over the last 30 years and more. As a violinist, I've performed and recorded internationally, mostly as orchestral leader and chamber musician. I've taught instrumentally and as a university lecturer, and I have a research profile. My combined experience has allowed me to shape the string programs here to provide the education and training that will produce useful and employable music professionals. Students here in our college are all part of a vibrant arts venue, specialising in music, acting, stage management, construction and design, led by top industry professionals and supporting a busy public programme of opera, music theatre, orchestral concerts and award-winning drama. And the string students are firmly in the centre of all of this activity, taking advantage of countless opportunities to collaborate, experiment, and build broad professional skills and experience. The access to regular and numerous performance opportunities is a key part of the ethos here, and an important distinguishing factor of our courses. I believe that the best way to learn is to do. So, I have created a programme where everyone gets the maximum number of opportunities to perform, whether in solo, chamber or orchestral projects, including options to experience several non-mainstream musical experiences. Students are supported through all their opportunities by a personal mentoring and support system, and through a comprehensive range of classes and contact hours with different teachers and members of staff. One of your key relationships will be with your one-to-one teacher, and choosing who that will be is an important process, ideally decided well in advance of you starting here. Our teachers are also all performers, orchestral leaders, chamber musicians and soloists, and covering many genres from early music to jazz. So, they are an important interface with you and the profession, and you will see them for your individual lessons as well as for string studio classes. Each student is also allocated to one of our staff accompanists. They will be an important mentor to you, providing individual coaching, accompaniment workshops, and leave you safe in the knowledge that they will be there for all your performances, recitals, and assessments. The more you perform, the better you get at it. But in some colleges, performances, whether solo, chamber, or orchestral, are often reserved for older or more experienced students, especially masterclass opportunities. Here, we are intentionally very different. From year one, term one, all our students start on a structured series of performances, both assessed and unassessed, across all the disciplines. Firstly, solo. Every student will perform at least twice per year in masterclasses and twice in showcase concerts. Your course will also cover a wide range of repertoire and styles, because the music profession increasingly expects that musicians will understand differences between periods and styles. This aspect feeds directly into my own professional experience of period instrument performance, and also links to my PhD in string performance practice. This was born out of a desire to understand how to improve the power and impact of performance through understanding the unnotated aspects of music, the things that you don't find on the page. The practical implications of your course are that, in addition to your one-to-one lessons, you will get a series of small, focused workshops with specialists in different styles of music. You will get to work in small groups, not just with specialist tutors, such as Rachel Podger, Jonathan Manson, Dara Morgan, but with specialist instruments as well. You will perform Baroque repertoire with a harpsichord and classical repertoire with a forte piano. All students in Year 2 will have the opportunity to take up the viol as an additional study with funded lessons and masterclasses. Or you might like to collaborate with the jazz department, get into folk music, or explore electronic performance. You never know what will grab your interest. So here we encourage you to broaden your horizons, since something that you had possibly never previously even considered may end up being an important part of your career portfolio. Another priority here, and for me one of the key areas to work on during your time in college, is chamber music. Whether you are performing with your keyboard accompanist, in a string quartet, or in an orchestral section, you are using your chamber brain, listening, leading and following, reacting and collaborating to make music. For this reason, chamber music is at the core of what we do. You will be allocated to at least one ensemble at the start of the year and have access to regular coaching. This may be from visiting artists and artists in residence, or from our own teaching staff, many of whom are chamber musicians of international repute. We also encourage you to collaborate with other departments and disciplines, whether that be other vocal or instrumental departments, or, as some of our students are doing, getting involved with the drama department, exploring chamber work as actor musicians. The only limiting factor is your imagination. And let's face it, you're probably never again going to be surrounded by so many potential collaborators, literally hundreds of creative individuals looking to find their voice and make an impact. Orchestral careers are something which interest a lot of our students, and Cardiff is fortunate to have both Welsh National Opera and BBC National Orchestra of Wales based here. Over the years, we've developed close links with these two internationally renowned orchestras so that their leaders and many of their principal players teach here and are also involved in our busy orchestral training team. Students are allocated to a range of different orchestral projects throughout the course, starting in Year 1, allowing the experience of many different styles, such as concert orchestra, symphony orchestra, chamber orchestra, music theatre and opera. In addition, contemporary, string ensemble and baroque projects are curated by specialists, and the String Soloists, our flagship ensemble, works with world-renowned soloists such as recently Timothy Ridout and Nicola Benedetti. So not only will you play in different orchestras, but also in many different positions within the orchestra. Again, a feature designed to give you more experience and to be more adaptable. From the first year, you will also have a series of workshops led by our partners in Welsh National Opera and BBC National Orchestra of Wales, where they will take classes on preparing excerpts. And they mentor students as they move towards the placement schemes where, by audition, students from the third year onwards take part in projects with the orchestras, sitting next to a specially selected mentor. So, a supportive and nurturing environment, emphasis on chamber and orchestral performance, exploring different styles in detail, and enjoying more performance opportunities across all these things than you'll get anywhere else. These are the things that make us different, and that is why more students are choosing to study with us. Not only do we have more students coming to us, but they are establishing versatile and exciting careers. If I try to think about what marks out the students who will do particularly well, I notice that they share certain characteristics, such as proactivity, a collaborative streak, a sense of inquiry, and also a sense of adventure. They're students who get stuck into the many opportunities that are being offered, who have open minds and who are not afraid to ask questions. The recent global pandemic has brought changes to how we work and how we interact. The music profession continues to adapt, and artists are finding new ways to connect with audiences and communities. Our new BMUS is our response to these changes, allowing us to continue doing what we do best, developing versatile, employable and imaginative musicians for today's and tomorrow's music industry. I really hope this has been useful. I know that you are faced with an important decision, and if you would like to talk about anything that I've mentioned in this brief talk, or you would like to get in touch with me just to have a chat, please do, and I'll be really happy to help.